Hello, hello, and hello. Let's talk about it. What are we talking about today? Hmm. I heard something yesterday, and it really, it really brought back some things, some memories of mine, um, growing up and right now. So, the title of this, I want to call it "Love Lessons." Love lessons, right? So, I'm going to read a statement and then I'm going to expand a little bit. How do you love if you've never been taught? How to love? How do you love if you've never been taught? It's kind of hard to do, huh? Growing up, if you've never seen or been in a loving environment, you never seen love, the right way. How can you show that to someone else? Think about that, right? If you didn't see that growing up, like say you grew up in a one parent home and you just saw your mom or you was just with your dad, it's certain type of love that women and men, well, boys and girls growing up need to have in their life and they need to have, period, right? And if you've never seen a positive, loving relationship, how can you be that? How can you give that, right? And for me, I grew up with my mom and not having my dad. So for me, and I made that, and I used this as a crutch, as an excuse as I got older. I said, oh, that's what's wrong with me. My dad wasn't in my life, so I never had that father love, right? So I was looking for that love in men. I thought they could give me that love. And when they couldn't, I was just devastated. All the while, everything I needed was inside of me. You have to love yourself, period. And the more you love yourself, the more you show others how to love you by what you allow, by how you live your life, period, right? And so I just kept making these bad decisions because I was looking for something that I could never find. Nobody's gonna feel that for you. You have to already have that, right? You do. And we look for that. We do. We look for that in people, maybe not everybody, but I'm speaking for myself. I kept looking for that. I kept looking for it because I thought that I needed that. I never had that. So the moment somebody showed me some form of I thought was love, or even oh, don't say the love word. Oh my God, I'm crazy now. And when I felt like I was getting that, and I really wasn't, it was false. Because I already had it inside of me and I didn't know it, right? And I kept looking for it. I kept looking for it. And I created this, whoever I wanted to be, I put all this stuff into these people thinking that, they were everything. And it just turns out not to be true, right? And you can't blame anybody, right? Life doesn't come with instructions, right? You raise how you raise, and it's not your fault. People are doing the best that they know how with what they have. And a lot of times, if you have not seen a loving environment or been in a loving environment with a man or a woman or, whatever, you don't know what that looks like, right? So you out here, thinking you doing the right thing and you're not. And we keep making mistakes with people, life, right? We're in and out of different people's lives, trying to mimic something we seen growing up or something we seen on TV, and it's just we just keep making the same mistakes. I kept making the same mistakes, and I had to realize everything. I had to start loving me because I wasn't loving me. I was just filling everybody else up, and when they left, I was empty, right? And that's not love is intentional. You can't fall in love. You can't make love. Love is intentional. A lot of when you hear that, don't believe that. You cannot fall into love. You cannot make love. Love is intentional. I love you because I do. I love you. Love is it's intentional. It's not, I love you because you do things for me. I love you because you buy things for me. I love you because you're here. You show up. No, that's not love. Love is an intentional thing, right? And so there are different there are like 5 different types of love. I didn't write those down, but it's a book that I read, The 5 Love Languages. You need to check that book out. I read that book. I read it a couple times because I just needed it. But just remember that you have all the love you need, whether you're married or not. A lot of times I was looking for that. I was like, man, I want to be married. I want to be married. I always, that's what it kept playing in my head. That was my main goal, right? But guess what? Whether you get married or not, you still have love. You still are whole. You still are complete, okay? You don't have to have all that to be complete, to be a whole person. As long as you love yourself, that's all you need. Love yourself and be genuine with people. And also another thing about love is, and I'm just looking at my notes so I don't miss nothing. So to love, you have to be vulnerable. Most men and women are afraid of being vulnerable. Love is, I'm close. It's like basically closing your eyes and just hoping that, that person's gonna be there. It's gonna love you. Intentional, right? And that's a scary thing, especially when you have had your heart broken, when you have had bad relationship after bad relationship. It's hard to trust people. I know it is. But just work on yourself, right? Work on loving yourself. Focus on you. And whether that person come along or not, you're gonna have it. You're gonna have it all together. Like I said, you gotta love yourself. It all starts with you. It all starts with you. And if it's supposed to happen, it will happen. If it don't, you're still fine. I promise you, you're going to be okay. You don't have to have another person to be complete. You're already complete. A lot of people are looking for something that they already have inside of them. You will just 70, 80 years old out here still looking. You have it inside of you, right? That's what I have to tell myself. This message is for me. You have everything you need inside of you. You will not find that in another person. You have to be complete. You have to love yourself first. Okay? Love you. And set the tone, set the standard. Because a lot of times you'll accept anything just to have a person, right? You know what love is. Love doesn't hurt you. Love doesn't lie to you. Love doesn't cheat on you. Love doesn't do those things. So if you have that in your life, that's not love. I promise you it's not. So you will always settle for what you believe you deserve. You will always settle for what you believe you deserve. I know I did in the past. Yes, I deserve this. And you'll attract that, right? You will attract what's inside of you. Right? You attract hurt people. It's just like that. I can't even explain it. I just can't explain it. That's just my opinion about it. I mean, I could be wrong, but anyway, that's how I feel about it. So love lessons, right? We all out here, doing the best we can with what we know how, and a lot of us don't know a whole lot, right? And we make mistakes along the way, and people are affected. So just make sure that you are not that person that's out there hurting other people because you don't love yourself. Love yourself. When you love yourself, you won't hurt other people. You won't. Intentional love. Be intentional with your love. So that's all I got. Enjoy your day.